Hi, I'm Jeff Gonzalez, president of Trident Concepts. Today I'm here with Brownells Daily Defense to talk to you about rifle ammo. The rifle ammo we're going to be talking about is for the M4 AR-15 platform. And the first thing I'll do is ask you to define the purpose of that rifle. So if this rifle is going to be for competition, for hunting, for self-defense, or for plinking, that's going to largely influence what type of ammo that you want to consider. After that, what we need to do is talk about the difference between 5.56 and 2.23. So they're physically identical, but 5.56 is chambered a little bit hotter. So what you're going to want to do is you're going to want to consult your owner's manual or read the stamped impressions on your barrel that will indicate what your rifle is chambered for, whether it's 5.56 or 2.23. The next thing we talk about is the barrel twist rate. And so what the barrel twist rate means is that in so many inches, the bullet will revolve one complete rotation. So an example would be 1 in 7. So every 7 inches, the bullet makes one complete revolution. And why is that important? Because as the bullet is in mid-flight, it is stabilized by spinning. So the more spinning is developed, the more accurate the round can be. But that again is also going to be something that you want to consider by looking at your owner's manual or reading the impression off of your barrel. And the reason why that's important is that can largely influence the type of bullet that we're going to be looking at. And we'll talk about that in just a second. The next thing we want to talk about is the barrel length. So there's a lot of different barrel lengths, but we're going to break them down in just 3 categories. The first category would have a barrel length of about 18 to 24 inches, and that's really set aside for long-range shooting. Next is going to be the 14.5 inch with a permanently affixed flash hider to 16 inches. That's your general purpose barrel length, and that pretty much does it all. Then we have our 10.5 inch to 14.5 inch barrels, and those are going to be considered short barrel rifles, and those are heavily regulated by the US government, so hard to get a hold of. So we're going to be talking mainly about the general purpose rifle barrels. And with that length of 14.5 inch to 16 inches, it makes it really nice to be able to use at close ranges and pretty much extend out to the maximum effective range of the bullet itself. Next, we're going to look at bullet weight. So going back to the rifle twist, what we have is we have a collection of different bullet weights. So you can have as light as a 40 grain to as heavy as an 80 grain. But typically what we see is the most popular round being about 55 grain and 62 grain. Those are probably the most easy to come by these days. So as you look at bullet weight, that's going to be heavily influenced by the barrel itself. So the 3 most popular rifle twists that you see out there are going to be 1 in 12, 1 in 9, and 1 in 7. So if I'm shooting a super light bullet like a 40 grain, I'm going to want a 1 in 12. That'll help stabilize that super light bullet. That 55 grain bullet is best fired through the 1 in 9, which happens to be the most popular rifle twist that you're going to find out there. The 1 in 7 can do pretty much the 62, the 77, and even the 80 grain bullets very well. So read the owner's manual, and if not, check out what the stamp is on your barrel to figure out what's the best bullet weight for your particular rifle. Then the last thing we talk about is the bullet design. So you really have 2 main bullet designs. You have a full metal jacket, or sometimes what's called a ball round, and then you have a high performance hollow point, which is similar to a pistol or a handgun caliber's hollow point, except it's a much smaller opening at the tip of that bullet. So again, what do you intend on doing? Is it mainly hunting and self-defense? Then you're probably going to be looking at some sort of hollow point or open tip type round. If it's more for competition and plinking, you're probably looking at more of a full metal jacket or ball round. So just down and dirty quickly on the different types of rifle ammo that's out there and why you might want to choose one over the other based on the characteristics of your rifle. So I'm Jeff Gonzalez. If you have any questions or comments, please feel free to post them down below. Until then, take care and stay safe.